Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm back again with another banging and delicious recipe, and today I'm going to be making jollof rice and fried beef. And this is not just any basic jollof rice, this is the Niger party jollof, my own signature style. So if you want to learn how I made this, stay tuned, watch till the end of this video, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. So first things first, the cooking of our meat. So here I have some washed beef, which I'm going to be seasoning with some ginger garlic paste first. Next I'm going to add in my onion. This is just chopped onion. And next up I'm going to add in the spices which I'll be using. So here I have seasoning cubes, parsley, thyme, curry, rosemary and salt, and I'll add everything in. Now, one secret of having a very rich meat stock is letting your meat or chicken or whatever you're using steam in its own juice. Except fish, it's steam in its own juice. So just like I'm doing now, I'm going to mix properly to combine, and I'll cook this on low heat for about 15 minutes, and by that time it would have released its own juice. Then I can top up with water if need be, but you need to do this if you want your meat stock to be very rich and flavorful. So a few minutes later, and this is all the moisture the beef released. I did not add a single drop of water initially, so this is important to do. It's going to make your meat very flavorful and make your stock very rich. And one secret of making jollof rice is having a very rich meat stock. So now I'm just going to top up with water, because as we all know, beef is quite hard, so it needs more time to cook. So while our beef is still cooking, let's quickly run through the pepper mix. So here I have chili pepper, also known as Shombo. I have Scotch Bonnet, also known as Tatashe. I have some garlic cloves, and I have ginger. Now onto another secret of making good jollof rice, which is Tatashe. You need to use a lot of Tatashe. This is also known as paprika peppers or bell peppers. You need to use a lot of this. This is what's going to give your jollof rice that red popping color. So use more Tatashe, less tomato, hence why I have a lot. Now to my tomato, I'm using just one. Like I said, less tomato, more Tatashe, hence why I'm using one. This is more than fine for me. And onto another secret, which I consider the most important: onion. This is very important. I can't even emphasize more on this. You need to use a lot of onion. This is what's going to make your jollof rice really sweet, so use a lot of onion. I've just chopped and washed my onions and peppers into smaller sizes, and I'm going to transfer this to my oven to roast for 20 to 25 minutes. See, if you have not been roasting your peppers, start now. This is legit going to take your jollof rice to another level, trust me, and it's going to cut down on the cooking time. As we go along, I'll explain what I mean. So I'm just applying some cooking spray, and I'll take this to my oven to roast, and we'll be back. So this is the end result after 25 minutes. So it's time to blend this up. Please pause for a moment, like this video and subscribe if you're yet to do so. Also follow me on IG. My handle is displayed on the screen below. Thank you very much. So I'm done blending, and as you can see, my pepper mix is looking like cooked stew, and this is because we roasted the peppers. So I'm just going to set this aside, and we'll move over to our meat. So our beef is well cooked now, and it's time to fry them. So it's time to make the jollof rice. Here I have some vegetable oil heating up already, and I'm going to add in my chopped onion, and I'll let this fry up for a few minutes till it becomes translucent. But let's talk about pots for a minute. When making jollof rice, the type of pot you use matters. Yes, it does. If you're aiming to get the signature party jollof aroma and taste, it's advisable you use a stainless steel pot or an aluminium pot, which is what I'm using right now, and which is what I always use for my jollof rice recipe. So it's advisable you use any of these pots, because you have to let your jollof rice burn. Yes, I said it, burn. When you're making jollof rice, if you're going for a particular signature, which is the party jollof, you have to sacrifice a portion of your rice. You have to let that burn. That's the way you get that authentic party jollof taste and aroma. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but I hope you do. Yeah, so I've added in my tomato paste, and I'm going to let this fry up for a few minutes, and we'll come back and add in the next ingredient. So the tomato paste has fried up, and how you know this is when you see it all scrambled and the oil is floating on top like so. Now I'm going to add in my pepper mix which I roasted earlier. Another advantage of roasting your peppers is that you get to cut down on the cooking time. Because I already roasted this, I'm not going to fry this stew base for long because it's already looking like proper stew as you can see. So I'm just going to stir properly to combine, and then I'm going to bring in the spices which I'll be using. These are the spices which I'll be using. So here I have bay leaf, seasoning cubes, curry, thyme, white pepper, nutmeg. And for nutmeg, I know some people don't like to add nutmeg to their jollof rice, but trust me, it makes a lot of difference, especially the freshly grated ones, not the powdered ones. I'm not adding salt because my meat stock already contains salt. Seasoning cubes already contain salt, so I don't see the need to always add too much salt to my food, and moreover, too much of salt is bad. So I'm going to stir this to combine properly, and I'll leave this to fry up for just 5 minutes, and I'll come back and introduce our rice. So the stew base for our jollof is ready, and how you know this is good to go is when you see the oil floating on top like so. Now I'm going to add in my rice. I did not parboil this rice before. This is just washed rice. I washed it about 7 to 8 times till the water ran clear. It's important you do this. So I'm just going to mix properly to combine, and I'll bring in our meat stock. So I'm adding in my beef stock now, but I just wanted to touch on this quickly. A lot of people have the opinion that excess liquid is what cooks your rice. This is false. Steam is what cooks your rice, not excess liquid, and that is why I'm just adding a little over the top of the rice. So what I do is this: I don't just use my pot cover to trap the steam. I place a foil first, then I use the cover to balance it. This way the steam is going to stay trapped in the pot. So all you have to do is put your heat on low, not medium, not high, on low heat. Cook your rice on low heat for 30 minutes, seal properly just like I'm doing right now, and when you come back the rice should be ready. Please do not add excess liquid to your rice, it's going to become soggy. So it's been 30 minutes now and my rice is ready, my patty jollof. I added no extra liquid, and as you can see, it's slightly burnt. Yes, this is deliberate. Like I said before, when making patty jollof, you have to sacrifice a portion of your rice, just a little portion, you know. I forgot to film that part, but what I did was, when I noticed the liquid had dried out of the pot, I increased my heat from low to high so it can burn for a few minutes. That's the way to get the signature patty jollof aroma and taste. Yeah, so because I let it burn, the rice is looking dried out, so I'm just going to add in some butter to make it more lush and creamy, and then I'm going to garnish with some tomatoes and onions. You can garnish with anything you want, that is totally fine. I hope you enjoyed watching this recipe, and if you recreate it, please tag me on Instagram. My handle is displayed on the screen below. Also, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do so. Until next time, bye.